And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my speaking skills series. In this class, we're going to work on a speaking skill of how to compare and contrast, or how to compare and discuss your preferences. We're going to be doing that through different activities, mostly related to food. There's the thing that you're always going to have to compare and contrast your personal taste in food. So we're going to go on some restaurant hopping today in the class. But first, let me do a quick introduction and we'll get started. Get my name on the board. My name's John Eric. I'm your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on the link in my Verbling profile, in the chat window, I meant to say, it'll take you here to my Verbling profile where you can follow me on the left to get notified of my upcoming classes. You can also book a private tutoring class with me on the right side, and there I'll work with you on a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals as soon as possible. If you're interested, send me a message and we'll find time for you. Okay? What do I want to do here? Let me just show you the presentation first. You'll see in just a second. There we go. And let me give you a link to this in case you want to open it on your computer, and we will get started. There is the link. Okay, so if you can't see it, open it up. Some of the text is a little small. Open it up in your computer. So, let's see who we've got out there today. We've got Mr. Daniel. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon. I am Daniel Ardila.
I know.
Yeah, I'm from Colombia.
And
at the moment, I am. All right.
At the moment, you are?
At the moment, I am working in Emirates Unit Arabic.
In the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, unit.
Mm-hmm.
UAE.
UAE, United Arab, UAE, right, United Arab Emirates. And what's that interesting building behind you, Daniel?
Repeat, please, teacher.
What's that interesting looking building behind you in the picture?
All right. I can see dishes and the people.
No. In the picture, what's that building behind your head? The building? This word. Look in the chat window. The building behind you. What is that?
Building is when make build or construction.
No. O edifício atrás. The building behind you. I'm just curious what building that is.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, teacher. Yeah, it's the most popular hotel in UAE, the Burj Al Arab.
Ah, okay, I see.
Yeah, sorry, teacher. Sorry.
It looks very familiar. I recognize the building.
Yes, the Burj Al Arab Hotel.
Ah, okay. Very good, very good. Well, nice to have you, Daniel. Nice to see you. And who else is out there today? Let's say hello to who else is out there? Mr. Javier, welcome back. How are you? Hello, Javier.
Doing great, thank you.
There you are. Excellent. Good.
Okay.
Welcome back, Mr. Dennis from yesterday. How are you, Dennis?
Hello. How are you doing today?
Very good. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
Mr. Rob, nice to see you too. And your cat.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
And Mr. Mario Carbone, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine, good, and good morning to everyone. This is my first time here on Verbling, and this is my first courses, online courses.
Yeah. And where are you from, Mario?
I'm from Italy.
Yeah, a little more specifically. Whereabouts?
On the Adriatic Sea, near Rimini. I don't
Near
know
what?
if you already Rimini City. Do you already know? It's
Yeah, but
on
I don't understand the word. Near what?
I live in Rimini City. It's on Adriatic Sea,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Middle Italy.
Rimini.
Yes.
Rimini? No, I don't know that. You know, I've never been that far south, I guess. But
Okay.
I'm taking a look at it. Let's see. Oh, I see. Rimini. Let me see if I've ever been anywhere near there. I've only because oh, it's near San Marino.
It's near San Marino, right?
Ah, okay.
Yes.
This is the great thing about being online, because I can just open Google Maps and find out where you're all from. Look at this. There's San Marino. Yeah, the farthest south I've been is I actually have been farther south. I've never been on that side of Italy before. I've only been to the north near Venice, and then everything else I did was in the Mediterranean. So I've never been to that side. Excellent.
Oh.
Very good. What
very
can you
nice
tell me?
place.
What can you tell me? What can you tell me about Rimini that I don't know? What should we know about it?
About Rimini, you mean?
Yeah.
Rimini, it's...
Does it have its own language? Does it have its own food? Does it have unicorns running through the streets?
Okay, I'm missing some words. I'm a little bit in trouble now.
Tell us about Rimini. What do we need to know?
Okay, Rimini is a place is on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
They have the sea, many places to having fun, many how we can see many hotels. There is many how I can say the place on the beach with umbrella and
many beaches. Many
beaches, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fun city. There is many.
So you mean it is a very recreational place?
Yes. I mean this. Yeah.
Good. And when I give you suggestions or my corrections, they'll always be in the chat window, so you can see the word recreational. So
okay.
Chat window right now. Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, listen, we're going to talk a bit about personal preferences, and I have a feeling in a place like Rimini, which is a sort of touristic place, I guess.
Yes.
You've got lots and lots of restaurants.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work on that skill right now, because we're going to be talking about food. Dennis, you're asking me about unicorns. I asked him about unicorns. He totally ignored me.
Yeah, he didn't answer that question.
I wanted to know, Mario. I wanted to know if things were different in Rimini. So I asked if there were unicorns running through the streets, but you never answered. Do you know what a unicorn is?
Unicorn. Okay.
Take a look at the chat window.
I don't know what meanings unicorns. Okay.
Oh, I see. That's why you didn't answer me. Here, I'll show you a picture. This is a picture. Take a look. Okay. There we go. I was asking if you have these running through the streets of Rimini. Can you see?
Allora.
That's a unicorn.
Okay. Okay. Unicorn? You mean? Okay. I can see. I don't know why you tell me unicorns in my city.
I don't know, because I thought maybe it's. I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know what happens there. I have no idea. I know. In Giancarlo's part of Mexico, there's unicorns, right, Giancarlo?
Yes, there are a lot of unicorns here in Mexico. Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Especially in restaurants.
Yum. Yum, unicorn. Hey, listen. I want to ask you, let's start talking about preferences, though. I want to ask you, let's see. Let's talk a little bit about preferences. Let's set up our unit or our lesson by talking about some food. So first, I want you to give me a food that you either absolutely love or absolutely hate. Doesn't really matter which. Whatever comes to your mind. Here, I'll give you one. Falafel. Except I don't know how to spell it right. Give me a second. This is one of the problems. One of the problems with being occasionally dyslexic. Not all the time. Just when it counts. Ah, okay. There we go. I'm actually not dyslexic. What I am is a person who thinks that English should be spelled the way it sounds. Here is a food. Falafel. There is one. I'm not saying whether I like it or hate it. I'll just mention it. I want to hear something that you like or hate, and then we're going to arrange these in order, and we're going to start to pick out the language that we can use to talk about how much we like or dislike, or how neutral we feel about these things. Okay? Rob, give us another one. I said falafel. You say?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
I have a funny feeling that that's a dislike for you. Just a funny feeling.
No, actually, I like this.
Ah, okay. Because the way you said it, mashed potatoes, I thought maybe you weren't so happy with it.
No, I think this is only food when I like very much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. Mr. Javier, give us a food.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. I like broccoli. Broccoli. Broccoli rocks. Right, Javier? Broccoli rocks. Mr. Giancarlo, give us another. One you like, one you hate, or one you're indifferent about. Whatever comes to mind.
Seafood. I love seafood.
Seafood.
Seafood,
Excellent.
yes. And I don't like, for example, liver.
Liver. Can't even say that word. Mr. Mario, I bet you know all about seafood, don't you?
Yeah, I like seafood, and I
Excellent.
also like sushi.
Sushi. There you go. So we've got seafood, liver, sushi, falafel, broccoli. Dennis, give us another.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. What is barbecue? Because
Well,
couldn't you put anything on a barbecue? I mean, anything you put on a barbecue is
Well-
barbecue, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Preferably meat, like grilled meat.
Because when we say barbecue, I don't know exactly what we mean. Because I'm saying you could barbecue shrimp. Right? Throw a few shrimps on the barbie.
Oh, is
I
it?
don't know. No, because I'm thinking maybe in other languages, barbecue is a type of food, and it's like a type of meat. Whereas in English, barbecue means like hot dogs and hamburgers, kind of. Could be steaks as well. It's not really a category for us. So what do you have in mind in particular with barbecue?
Like grilled meat, meat on the grill, food on the grill.
Steak, right?
Steak, yeah, that's right.
Or do you mean ribs? Because barbecued ribs.
Well, I like all kinds of meat. Doesn't matter, ribs or, in legs. They're all nice.
All right. So I'm going to say, because in English people might not understand exactly what you mean if you say just barbecue. So I'm going to say, for barbecue, we tend to have either steak or ribs as a
okay.
barbecue. In fact, maybe this is an American thing, I'm not really sure, but ribs are actually, they can barbecue. Yeah, they can be barbecued, they can be smoked. There's a whole culture of just ribs in certain parts of the country. Like these places, these big smokehouses where they smoke them, especially kind of like in the South. Mr. Jose, can you give us another food that you either love or that you hate?
Yes. Okay, John. I like to eat vegetables, salad, things like that. I don't like to eat sushi.
No sushi, huh?
No,
Wow.
so much because I ate to eat fish. I didn't like the fish so much.
Oh my goodness. What's wrong with you? But you live by the ocean.
Yes, I live near to the ocean.
Exactly. So that's like all you have is fresh fish all around you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Very good. So listen, how do we express? Let me just ask you this.
Yes.
All of you, actually.
All of you. Okay.
All of you. If you really like something, what's a good way to say that? Maybe
I enjoy eating salad, for example. No?
Okay. So some key words we can use are on the plus side, enjoy. Anything else come to mind, class?
Maybe love.
Love. I love sushi, right? I enjoy, I love. Anything else come to mind? Maybe one more would be good for the positive side. Say what?
Enjoy?
I said enjoy, yeah. One more. How about this one?
I adore.
I adore. Very good. And there's another set of words that you should know. Words like absolutely. When you're being, so you can take those words, sorry, I can't write and speak at the same time. Absolutely. You can take those words and you can intensify them. So I absolutely love, what else? I had a few others. Particularly, maybe. Particularly. Here are a couple of words I'll put in the chat window for you to think about. Okay? What about on the negative side? So let's do a few key words that we might use on the negative side. What would be the opposite of enjoy? Any ideas?
Disgusting?
Yeah, but that's not a feeling word. It's not how I feel.
Eyeful?
We need a feeling word.
Okay.
May I can?
Go for
it. Dislike, hate.
Okay, so, but if we're talking about personal feelings, you can say dislike. It's okay. You can say it. There's nothing wrong with it. But maybe, how about, we need a more expressive verb. Okay, well, first of all, obviously, hate. Everyone will say, I hate junk food, for example. I dislike. Fine. What about keen? What about keen? If you're using that in a negative way, we would say, I'm not keen, and the preposition is on something, right? Or, again, with particularly, it's kind of a more polite way to say it. Instead of saying I hate it, I'm not particularly keen on. So that's one thing that comes to mind. Let me put those in the chat window. Whoops, I lost the Y in particularly. Sorry, that's a typo. Anything else we could say on the negative side?
I'm not up to, you can say.
Up to. Up to is more like your energy level. Like, I'm not up to looking after the kids today. I'm too tired. Right? So up to is kind of your feeling, but more about how much energy, how much sleep you've had, something like that. We've got one more category, which is sort of the neutral words, to be a little bit more neutral. We're going to see some examples in a moment in the text we're going to read, but the first thing that comes to my mind, if it's neutral, you can take it or leave it, is, well, well, first you could just say, I like something. It's not good or bad. It's not bad, but it doesn't show a lot of enthusiasm. I had a few others. Now I lost them. I don't know. I think we're going to have to pick them up in the text. But if anything else comes up, let me know. We'll take a look. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to read through a few of these reviews. Okay. Actually, before we get to the reviews of restaurants, we are going to read through these. But actually, I want to start here first. I want you to take a look at how some people talk about their likes and dislikes. Okay? And I've put the key expressions in red to make it a little easier to read on the screen. So let's just read through these and just tell me how you feel. Okay? So let's start with, sorry, I can't see the screen. Let's start with Mr. Rob. Okay, let's each take one and just say if we agree, disagree, how we feel, what our experience is like. Rob, read John's statement for us.
Yes. John, I cannot stand busy, noisy restaurants.
Pronunciation. Can't.
Can't.
Yeah, not cannot, because they're not separate. And also,
can't.
Go ahead.
Stand. Busy.
Can't stand.
Can't
Yeah.
stand. Busy, noisy restaurants.
How do you feel about that? Do you care? Can you put up with them? Maybe that's how you wanted to say, Javier. Put up with. Instead of up to. Maybe you meant to say put up with. Not sure if that's what you wanted to say.
No, not really. No. I was confused about up to and not up. That's fine.
Okay. But put up with and can't stand are basically the same. They're basically synonyms. So how do you feel about that, Rob? Can you stand busy restaurants?
I don't know.
Do you go to restaurants?
I don't go very often to a restaurant because it's expensive, and I like to junk food because I just take, and it's very easy to get some junk food.
It's true. What do you mean by junk food? What's junk food?
I think junk food, it's fast food.
Well, it's a little different. So junk food is like basically like a candy bar would be junk food. So something that's processed and you can buy at a supermarket or a corner store. And fast food is like McDonald's. Fast food is, ready-made. Like the example there is McDonald's food is fast food. Okay. Hopefully I got that right. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I agree. Restaurants are pretty ridiculous. They're great, but they are expensive. I don't know. It depends on where you live, because in a big city, you sort of end up having to go, whether you want to or not, because like when I lived in New York, they're just everywhere, and you don't have time, half the time, to cook, so you really have to. Half the time. It's difficult to get around, plus there's a lot of freelance work in those kind of big cities, so there's a lot of money flowing around. When I came to Europe, it was a totally different picture. So restaurants are sort of more, I don't know, I think more expensive different kind of work. It's sort of a different environment. So it depends on where you live. And busy restaurants, well, in New York, restaurants tend to be very busy. It usually doesn't bother people if the service is good. So for me, I can take it or leave it. I don't know about the rest of you. Javier, can you read Ali's statement for us?
I don't mind what I eat. I just want a lot of it.
Agree or disagree?
I disagree. Yeah. Yeah, I disagree. I don't like this kind of all-you-can-eat restaurants like Chinese or mainly Chinese. No, that they offer all-you-can-eat.
Like a buffet style restaurant.
Buffet restaurant.
Right.
I got fed up about the food, so you don't know what to choose, and actually it's not really good quality. Yeah, so
it's quantity over quality.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to put on some kilos, it's okay for you, but not. I mean, it's not healthy at all.
Yeah. Plus, it's usually just sitting out, with everyone walking by and breathing on it. I never quite understood that, because anyone can sort of put their hands in there or whatever. So yes, I think quality is maybe better than quantity.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really hungry, it's okay for one day. I mean, you don't have to. After all, you don't have to have a dinner if you want for a lunch. But yeah, it's quite unhealthy food, no?
Right. So don't go to the States. Buffets everywhere.
No, but I think everywhere you can find mainly Chinese, but there's plenty of.
Trust me on this. You haven't seen anything like it. Mr. Giancarlo, can you read Sue's statement for us?
Yes, Sue. I absolutely adore Italian food.
How do you feel about Italian food? Remember, Mario is watching.
Yes, I like Italian food, but I don't adore Italian food at all.
What do you absolutely adore?
I adore Mexican food. I adore seafood. I adore buffet style, for example. But I don't adore Italian food. Too much pasta,
Too much pasta. Well, it depends on where you live, because in the north of Italy, all the dishes are based on rice, not pasta. So it depends on what kind of Italian food you mean.
The good combination for me could be maybe vegetables with another kind of food. Not so much red food or meat.
Red meat, we say.
Red meat, but vegetables. I prefer vegetables.
So you want a nice balanced meal.
Well, I'll try to, because sometimes I crab. How do you say se me antoja? I crab on.
Cemento? I don't know.
I'm in the mood of eating everything.
Oh, crave. Got it. Crave. Oops, sorry. I wrote it wrong. Sorry. Oh, what's wrong with my computer? Sorry about that. Can you see what is going on with my computer? Give me a second here. There we go.
Crave, right?
There we go. That's it. Yeah. I crave. And you can also say to have cravings, or to have cravings for something.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I crave for everything. Is that the correct way to say?
Sometimes I crave something, or sometimes I have a craving for something.
Okay. Sometimes I have a craving for something, anything.
Sometimes we all crave whatever, chocolate. You know, what do people crave? Sometimes we crave. So, crave and have a craving, two different expressions there. Mr. Mario, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, just now.
Can you read Dick's statement for us? On the screen.
Okay.
See, Dick?
I read this.
Please do.
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat?
Could you read the statement by Dick in the middle of the screen? Read it for us.
Okay, John. Like John, I can't stand busy, noisy restaurant.
No, Dick.
No.
Dick.
Ah, Dick. Oh, sorry, Dick. I'm not too keen on curry or hot food in general.
Good. Do you agree or disagree with Dick, Mario?
I'm not too keen. Yes, I agree. Yes.
So you're not keen on hot food either?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. You sound like you're not sure.
Yes.
Do you ever have curry? Or do you know what curry is?
Okay, because
if you don't,
I'm okay. I came back right now, and I've lost many words before. And
don't worry.
Dick say I'm not too keen on curry or hot food in general.
Yeah, right. How do you feel about curry?
I like curry. Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay, so you are keen on curry. This is curry, by the way. Can you see?
I don't know what's mean keen.
Keen. That means that I like. It's another way to say I like, I enjoy.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So we have so part of what we're doing is learning new expressions. Instead of I like and I don't like, we have I like, I'm keen on, I love, I absolutely adore. These are all positive expressions. And by the way, there are some curries on screen, just to be clear what a curry is. And of course, negative expressions we've seen so far. I don't like, I dislike. But here's two new ones. I can't stand.
Okay.
I absolutely hate, or I'm not particularly keen on. Those are all negative expressions. Earlier, I was trying to find a neutral expression, and my mind went blank. But there you can see Ali's expressions. I don't mind.
I don't mind.
You could also say, yeah. Or I don't particularly mind. So that's kind of a neutral expression. Particularly. Sorry, let me get this in the chat window for you. Okay. So we've got some positive, negative, and we've got some neutral expressions. All of these will be useful. Let's look at some restaurants and decide which one of these we might want to go to. So I'm going to ask you to. Actually, I think we ought to read this just to look at some vocabulary, and then we're going to maybe pick out one or two details to look at. Give me a second here. Look at some vocabulary, but also look at the language we need to make comparisons. We'll do a sort of mini lesson on comparisons, just a 2 or 3 minute quick. I just want to draw your attention to how comparisons can be made. Okay? So as we read through this, I want you to think of which of our statements, which we saw here earlier, from John, Ali, Sue, or Dick, which of these people would like the restaurants that we're reading about? See if we can match them up. So let's start from the beginning. We're up to Mr. Dennis. Could you tell us about Cafe Paradiso?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
So read this about Cafe Paradiso.
Yeah, let's all take one. You take Cafe Paradiso.
You won't find pizzas as good as these anywhere in town. The pasta dishes are excellent too. There is a salad bar where you can take all you can eat. This bright, cheerful restaurant is popular with families, and it offers good value for money. If you prefer a quiet atmosphere, try it later in the evening when it isn't as busy as early evening. Seats 96.
Yeah, seats 96. Okay, so that's a medium-sized restaurant, I guess. 5 until midnight. 5 until midnight. So that means there's probably not a bar or anything like that. Just a normal restaurant. Any particularly good new vocabulary words or useful vocabulary words? I see one I like.
Excellent.
Just curious if... Yeah, we got some good adjectives. Bright, cheerful. But the word that comes to my mind that you should make a mental note of is, I like the word atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
We talk about an atmosphere in a place, particularly in a recreational place. A place we're going to spend time, like a lounge or a restaurant. It has a nice atmosphere. Good word. In fact, instead of nice, we could say, what? We could say...
ambience?
Oh, yes, you could say ambience. It's a little bit more formal. Yeah, but you could say it. And instead of nice, we could say bright, cheerful, or something else. I like some of the adjectives here as well. Okay, very good. Mr. Jose, can you take, let's go to the Red Lion.
The Red Lion. This pub restaurant offers traditional home cooking in a warm, cozy atmosphere. The servings are very generous and the prices are reasonable. The staff are very friendly and the waitress likes to stop and chat, which means that the service isn't as quick as some people would like.
Okay, seats 24, 5:30 till 10.
Yes.
All right. Two words which I think are particularly useful. The word cozy. It has a cozy atmosphere. If it's cozy, what does that mean to you?
Cozy. When you have a feeling of comfort or...
Right. Cozy means comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah, really comfortable. Right? Comfortable is okay, but cozy is like you're at home. Cozy.
Okay.
Cozy is like you've got your favorite blanket and you're curled up on the couch.
Yes.
Or something like that. Also, another word that I think is useful is the word servings. Servings. It says the servings are generous. Okay? So what...
servings?
Yeah.
It's a small quantity of food, a piece of food, no? That who is served to one person, only for one person.
Not a small quantity, just a quantity. Here, they're generous. So is that small or big? If it's
generous, big.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's a generous serving, it's big. Excellent. Okay, make a mental note. We're going to have to make a recommendation for our friends John, Ali, Dick, and Sue in just a minute. I think we are back to Mr. Rob for the chestnut.
The chestnut. I've never had vegetarian food as tasty, and this saves space for something from the excellent dessert trolley to this tiny.
Wait, you gotta put the pause after the period, otherwise your sentences are bleeding into each other. So
okay.
Save space for something from the excellent dessert trolley to pause. Next sentence. This tiny.
This tiny restaurant, it's often fully booked So book as early as you can. Highly recommended, even for non-vegetarians.
Okay, so that's the chestnut. Just a few pronunciation words. Repeat after me. Fully.
Fully.
Right, not fully. Fully.
Fully.
If this is an exception, normally we have an EU when you see a U, but not in this case. Here it's really U. Full. Full. It's not even a U. It's an sound. Fully, almost like book. Fully.
Fully.
Okay. And what else was it? Highly.
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 Sorry?
Okay, what is GH is silent
Okay.
in highly.
Highly.
Right. Just like the word night, N-I-G-H, N-I-G-H-T. The GH is silent in the word night. It's silent in the word high. Is that clear?
Yep.
Okay. It's not always silent. You have the word rough, R-O-U-G-H. There it sounds like an F. So, if you want to know a quick grammar lesson, GH can be a F, and GH can be silent. You've got two ways to pronounce the GH. And there's maybe one or two other exceptions, but basically it's silent or an F sound. Okay, and what's a dessert trolley? Let's make sure the vocabulary is clear. What is a dessert trolley, and have you ever seen a dessert trolley, Rob?
Actually, I don't know what means this word.
In the old days, maybe not so much now, there used to be a little car, not a car that you drive, just a tray, that's a stack of trays that has wheels on them, and they would actually bring out an example of what they're going to serve you. They'd wheel it out on a little cart. So a trolley is a cart that has desserts on it, and either you'll directly take one from the cart, or you'll choose because you can actually see it, and then they'll make one fresh for you. So we call that a trolley, but it could also be called a cart. And cart is not a menu. Cart is a little wheeled vehicle. Actually, instead of explaining it, why don't I just show you? Because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So, of course, I think I just spelled trolley wrong. Sorry about that. As I said, I'm occasionally dyslexic. Only when it matters. Oh, look at that nice dessert trolley. Can you see all those?
Yes.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Dessert trolley.
Nice. Yum. Okay, very good. We're running out of time here, so let's move on to who's next? Mr. Javier with El Paso.
El Paso. Nowhere serves steaks as big as the ones at the El Paso. And it doesn't stop. When you empty your plate, a waiter arrives with a skewer of meat and serves you more. But save your appetite. They bring the best meat last. The restaurant seats over 100 people, making it ideal for large groups. There's live music on Friday and Saturday evenings, seats 110, open 6:30 till 1 a.m.
Good. Maybe the word that's not clear is skewer of meat. Skewer.
I can guess because of the picture, but
That's it. There's a picture of it.
yeah.
There is a skewer.
But this is more typical in the rodízios, no? Rodízios in Brazilian food, no? Portuguese food, no?
Not Portuguese, no. Brazilian, yes.
Brazilian, yeah.
Yeah. There's the rotisserie, I guess, is what you mean.
Rodízio.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But this is a skewer. It's this rod, and you can have like kebab on it. But yeah, you're right. I guess if it's really big, if it's little, it's like little kebabs, and if it's really big, it's like that Brazilian rotisserie, where they where they cook by turning the meat. Although that's also a Middle Eastern thing, too, because you can have like lamb meat on a skewer that they cook by slowly rotating it. But yeah, there you go. Skewer is just that big, oh, did I show a picture? Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. I thought I was putting this on screen. Hold on. And I wasn't. Sorry. What is this? Hold on a second. That's not right. Give me a second. Unbelievable. Why is this so slow? I just wanted to do... Sorry. Come on. Oh my God, this is so slow. There we go. That's what I wanted to show you. So a skewer is a rod, and you can see that there's different ways to make little kebabs, or see if there's a big one somewhere. Anyway, it's the name of that kind of a rod that you'll put. Yeah, this is a good one. Can you see that? So you can see the skewers hanging from the rack. Okay, so that is a skewer. Good vocabulary word. Okay, just to finish up, we've got Chez Dominique, and that is Mr. Giancarlo.
Yes, Chez Dominique. The modern art on the walls gives the place an elegant, stylish atmosphere. Everything on the menu is cooked to perfection, and the wine list is impressive. Yes, it's expensive, but you get what you pay for. But be warned, the main course servings aren't as big as you'd expect, so don't skip the starters. Seats 30, from 7 till 30 after 11.
Until 30 after 11? We don't say that. We say half past 11.
Half past 11.
Right. We always say half, quarter, quarter past, quarter to, but not 30 past for some reason. We don't say that. By the way, careful the pronunciation, because this is a French word, and in French the CH is a sh sound, so it's Chez Dominique. Chez Dominique. But be careful. The title.
Okay. Chez Dominique.
Right.
It's a French word, or
Dominique's place. Chez Dominique's. Right? But it's important to note that because in English we have a huge percentage of words that are derived directly from French that keep that sh sound. So whenever you see a French word, like the word chef, right, we still use the sh sound even though we're speaking in English. So here, we would say chez, because it comes from French. By the way, what are the starters? That's maybe the only vocabulary word that could be possibly unclear. What do we mean by starters here?
The starters is the food that you eat before the main course.
Right. And in American English, we call this appetizers.
Appetizers, right.
Okay, so I'll put those in the chat window. Okay, Mr. Mario, let's read about Bombay Palace.
Okay. Bombay Palace. I never had a curry as hot as the Vindaloo at the Bombay Palace. But if you rather have something milder,
slow down. If you'd rather.
You'd rather have something
milder.
There are plenty of other options on the menu. They don't serve wine, but you may take your own. There is a small charge for opening the bottle, but it isn't as expensive as a restaurant wine price. 50, open 18 till late.
8 until late. Excellent. Do you know what we call that when you have a restaurant that allows you to bring alcohol? There's a expression in English which is BYO, and the last letter is whatever alcohol you're going to bring. Actually, usually we'll say this. Take a look in the chat window. Mario, can you see what I wrote?
Okay, B-O-E-B. Okay.
I made a mistake. Sorry. B-Y-O-B. That's what it should be.
Okay.
B-Y-O-B.
And this means you can take your wine and go to the restaurant.
It means bring. Who knows what it means?
Bring your own booze.
Bring your own booze is correct. Bring your own booze, and booze means alcohol.
Ah, okay.
Like that. B-Y-O-B. Bring your own booze. Bring your own alcohol.
Ah, okay.
In many places, it's difficult to get a liquor license because it's really expensive and there's a lot of other reasons. So they'll make the food and they'll allow you to bring your own alcohol because they don't have the license to serve it. So that's why there might be something like this. I never heard of a place charging you to open a bottle before. That seems a little weird, but okay.
they gain something.
I guess a tax or something like that. Yeah, we're going to tax you because you know our corkscrew could wear out, so we have to make you pay for it. I don't know. Okay.
Excuse me, John. Booze is a common word, of course, but it's a polite way to say, for example, as a waiter, "Excuse me, sir, what kind of booze would you like to drink?" No.
No.
No, of course not.
No. Sounds like you might have a problem if you ask that. Hey, what kind of booze you got? It sounds like you're in a pretty desperate situation.
Because what's it mean of booze? So well, but booze, you mentioned that it's alcohol, but
it is. But it just sounds like you're having a rough time because if you're asking for booze, you don't care what kind of alcohol you're getting, like anything, you know. Could be aftershave lotion. I mean, anything, rubbing alcohol. Just give me something. So, no, booze is very, very informal. It's kind of like a slang word. It's not really slang, but it's very, very informal, and it means any kind of alcohol. So if you're asking for booze, here's how we'll use it. You'll use it like a joke. For example, you can take a booze cruise. That's like a tourist trip. You know, if you go to a place that has a bay, a lot of times there'll be a little cruise just goes for an hour around the bay or around the lake or something like that, but they'll serve cocktails. They call it a booze cruise. So it's a funny word. Anyway, not a bad word, just a funny sounding word. All right, let's see if we can just... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Yes, I think I got it, because in Mexico we say drinks, and maybe it's the same as I don't know, chupe or something like that.
Chupe?
Well, chupe. Chupe is like any kind of drinks, any kind of alcohol. And for example, we say in Spanish, a esa persona le gusta el chupe. Okay, that person loves to drink anything, for example.
Yeah, the person likes his booze. He likes his booze.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yes.
Good word.
Yeah.
All right.
Good one.
Let's do this. We've got lots of vocabulary. I think we're going to have to split this class into two because I want to give you a chance to use some of this, but we're running out of time. So let's just finish the last two on the menu, take a little inventory of new vocabulary, and maybe we'll do a second part on Thursday where we'll focus on the grammar and give you a chance to use all of this in choosing a place to go as a speaking activity. Okay, so in the time we have left, let's go to, let's see, we did Mario, so next is Dennis for Old Peking.
Old Peking? The Old Peking is under new ownership, but it's just as good as ever. There are all the usual Chinese dishes and plenty of options I haven't seen elsewhere. The staff are friendly and do everything to make your meal as pleasant as possible. It's great value for money, and you won't get a good meal as cheap as this anywhere else in town. See, it's 50 Can't see. Time
6 till midnight.
Okay.
There you go. There's a good expression there.
It's great
Right?
value for money?
Yeah, good value for money. Exactly. Okay, so that means that it's worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's nothing else new there, I don't think. I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go to Mr. Jose for the best one of all, Home Sweet Home.
Okay. Home sweet home. This is home cooking at its best. Your favorite recipes prepared just how you like them. There's no charge for opening the wine. You can stay as long as you want. Nobody will ask you to leave. You can even watch the TV channel of your choice while you eat. There is friendly self-service, of course, and if there isn't, well, you can't complain. But don't forget to do the shopping.
There you go. Have you ever been to this restaurant, Home Sweet Home?
No,
No?
I've never been in this kind of restaurant.
No? Really?
No,
Are you sure?
it's the first time that home sweet.
I have a funny feeling you were there this morning.
It's home cooking and it's I don't know this kind of
Who cooks? You?
restaurant.
In your house, who cooks, Jose?
Yes, me or my wife.
You or your wife. So guess
Yes.
what? When she's cooking, you're at restaurant Home Sweet Home, Jose.
Ah, okay.
This is your house.
Ah, it's my house. Yes, I know this restaurant, my house. Yes.
And you have no charge for drink wine.
Yes.
No
yes.
Cork or without the cork.
It's clear, John.
It's not like that nasty
Yes.
Bombay Palace that's going to charge you
Yes.
to wine. Exactly. And hey, if you like your booze,
This
you can
this kind
have
of place is not a restaurant. It's my home.
It's your house. Home Sweet Home.
It's my house.
So before we go, let's take a quick look at John, Ali, Sue, and Dick. And I want you to tell me, which restaurants do you think you could recommend to them? And what would you say about them in the last minute or two? What would you recommend for John? You can see what he said earlier, right? So match him up with a restaurant. See which ones you can remember. Any ideas? What restaurant would we recommend for John?
Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home? Why?
Eh?
Why?
Why? I think it's not gonna be busy or noisy, no?
Well, noisy we don't know, but busy, no. Won't be busy.
Busy,
Excellent.
no?
Excellent. And what about Ali? What can we recommend for Ali? Have you forgotten all the restaurants already? Oh my God.
Maybe El Paso.
El Paso.
El Paso. Interesting.
Yes.
Let's take a quick look. There it is. Why El Paso, Mario?
Because he can eat all that he wants.
He can eat all he wants. Without the that, he can eat all he wants.
He can eat all he wants.
Exactly. In English, we use the that. We don't use it as much. It's there, but it's implicit. You don't actually have to say it unless you're pointing at something. Look at that. But when it's connecting phrases together in a sentence, we often take it out. He can eat all he wants. In Italian, you have to put it there, but in English, actually, you shouldn't use it. We should try to make the sentences as short as possible. Excellent. The El Paso is a very good choice for Ali. I agree. And what about Sue? What can we recommend for Sue?
For Sue, Café Paradiso.
I agree. That's what I was going to say.
Pasta.
And why do you? Yeah. Yep. It's a pasta restaurant, right?
Yes.
Well, it's got pizzas at least. Does it have pasta too? Yeah, it does. Pasta dishes are excellent too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. She adores Italian food. What better choice than that? Okay? And let me pick on someone who's been too quiet. Mr. Javier, you're too quiet. What recommendation would you have for Dick? He's not keen on curry.
Curry or hot food in general.
Or which one would you not recommend, Dick?
Okay, yeah, it's good. The curry was the
You can say it or just describe it. Which restaurant?
like an Indian Bombay Palace. No?
Correct.
Yeah.
Bombay Palace is right.
Bombay Palace.
And you wouldn't recommend it to him because?
Because they have curry and hot food, no?
Yeah, because it's known for, although they do have milder food as well. So I don't know. Maybe Dick ought to expand his horizons a little bit and give things a try, right? We should maybe convince Dick, get out there and try some Indian food. Okay, very good. Listen, we've got to stop here, but I'm going to give you a part 2 on Thursday because we haven't had a chance to use all of this language.
To speak.
Okay? So I think what we're going to do here is, I think I'm going to move this to Thursday at, is it okay if I do it at 1 GMT, an hour later on Thursday? And I'm going to take the grammar, the comparison part, we're going to start there. And then second half of the class, I'd like to give you real menus of real places, some of the places that I know or places that I think are interesting. We're going to decide on the group where we want to go by comparing and contrasting our tastes and comparing and contrasting restaurants. So we'll pick up part 2, 1 GMT on Thursday, if that's okay with everyone.
Okay.
And I'll be back in 1 minute or less to start Fluency Fundamentals. Today we're talking about binomial expressions. Expressions that use a conjunction, like good and bad. If it's got an and in it, then you know it's a binomial. So that's coming up in just a second. Stick around if you're interested. Have a great day, everyone.
Okay.
See you soon.
Same to you.
Bye for now.
Bye. Bye. Bye.